Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Or I feel like I've been away for a while, just taking a little break over the summer. And so I hope everyone is doing really well. Thank you for joining today. I'm going to start with first pulling a card for humanity, or, really, if you've been guided to sign on right now, see if this card will resonate with you. It's an angel deck during virtue. What is it called? Messages from the angels. So let me see, what's the card right now? A message from the angelic realm, the highest angelic realm for everybody. And this is Bethany. This is the self-care card. This is really like time for you to prioritize yourself. I can read what it says, but basically it's take a massage or go for a walk or have a bubble bath or whatever relaxes you. Some people running, jogging, or eating a chocolate cake, whatever. This is a card that everyone needs to prioritize themselves. You can help other people, yes, absolutely. But we must always make sure we are rested. We are in a good, centered, balanced place. Okay, so I hope that resonates with a few of you. I'll just put that up there. Oop, there again. And I see a few comments. I'm not going to answer questions right now. I'm going to first do a little meditation with the dragon, a little mini one. And this is a dragon of the heart. It's magenta with some green tinges. And she's come to just help us connect with our heart center, and the focus to connect with, or the purpose to focus with the heart center is because you're going to go in there, you're going to imagine a little room. I always imagine my little heart center looking like the inside of a genie bottle. I don't know if this is probably dating me, but if anyone has watched I Dream of Jeannie my mother used to watch it in the 70s or 80s. And inside her little genie bottle was beautiful purple velour couches, and it was in a circular room. And I think there was jeweled lamps and like scarves, and it was all very decadent. So that's how I imagine my heart center. But you visualize your heart center as a physical room and how you want it to look. Maybe you want it to be outside. Maybe you just want a hammock and that's it, or just sit on the beach. And it can change. Today your heart center may look one way and tomorrow or next week a different way. So we'll just start with a little mini meditation. So I just want everybody to close their eyes. Just focusing on your breathing. Just following the flow of your breath. You don't have to count any breaths, just focusing on the inhale. Is it deep? Is it full? Are you taking in all the air you can? And then when you feel like you can't take any more, a little tiny pause. And then exhale everything out. Like as if everything comes out of your breath as worries, cares, concerns. Just breathe it all out. Your angels will take it away, put it in the fires of transmutation. Everything you breathe out, any worries, anxieties, toxins. So just continue with that flow on your own pace. And I'm going to call dragon, the highest dragon, the highest light of the heart center, of everyone's heart center, of the divine heart, divine love she represents, of humanity's heart center, the collective consciousness. There's a lot of hatred right now in the world, so she's bringing in a higher, yes, a divine energy, a divine frequency. Just by us connecting with her right now, she's bringing it to your heart, to my heart, to all the hearts of humanity. It's right now a swirl of magenta pink, dark green, kind of like her skin, her scales. She shimmers according to whatever way the light is looking at her. So now, of course, as with all etheric beings, she can be with each of us during this meditation. I'm just feeling if she has a name that she wants to share with us today. Oh, it's a very cute name, Maggie. Short for magenta, she said. Okay, so she's coming in to each and every one of you, everyone who's watching, everyone who may be watching the replay after. I'm actually not even sure I think you can replay lives, but I digress. She's coming to where you sit, where you lie, where you are in the world, physically. And she stands in front of your heart. And now I want you to direct your breath into your heart center, just the center of your chest. Your physical heart beats where your heart chakra is. Just put your attention there. Imagine your breath going in and out of your heart rather than your nose or your mouth. Or it works in conjunction with your breath coming out of your nose and your mouth, however you want to visualize it. I just don't want to get too bogged down in technique because it's really how you feel. You're feeling your heart center. Expansive. It's all good. Maggie's in front of you with one hand. I want to say paw, but it's not a paw. The other hand of hers behind your heart center. And she's just filling you with the fire from her hands, from her limbs into your heart, your magenta fire, clearing and opening your heart chakra on every level, on a physical level. So that's your circulatory system, ensuring that's flowing, working well. On a mental level, soothing, putting a balm on betrayals, hurts, heartache, broken heart. Same with the emotional level. Here I see her putting, her energy is almost like it's stitching broken, as if her heart has a crack in it. She's stitching those scars back together. And now as she moves her hands away, she shrinks herself because she was about human sized before. She shrinks herself to go into your heart center with a swirl of golden, magenta, and green energy. She's going into the front of the chakra, through it to the back, widening it, opening it, and filling it with the divine love that she carries and brings with her to the collective and to us right now doing this meditation. And as she does this, I want you, still with your attention in your heart center, to now visualize, how do you want your room to look? Is it a room inside a building? Like I said, couches and lamps. Is it outside? Maybe you just want a tiny nook. It could be just one giant couch as your heart center. Take a moment now to visualize, and sometimes it might come to you from your higher self. And however that looks for you, because we don't want to overthink it, we just take the first thing. And now Magenta Maggie, she sits down within your room and she invites, and we ask your own higher self to invite, what spiritual team member from your own team of guardian divinities, angels, dragons, guides, ancestors, who is connected right now at this moment in time, in this point, time of your life, at this time of the day, who wants to come in and say hi? Because of each of our chakras, we have energetic beings connected with us that change according to what's going on in our life. So who is there today? Who has come in to your room? We invite them into the room. You may see it clearly or get a feeling of an energy or hear a name or see a fruit. We can discuss it after, but who comes into your heart chakra today? And this is a guide or etheric being who is part of your guardian team, helping you, connected with you in this lifetime, this incarnation, and only you, dedicated to you. It might be another dragon. And Maggie just waiting patiently there. And just allow a moment for whoever it is to come in, and it may be even a family member who's passed away. And now whoever has come in, you can say a greeting. They may say something to you, or they may just take your hands in both of theirs, letting you know without words and just energy that they are here for you, supporting, loving, guiding you. And you can create a dialogue with them beyond this meditation. And you can invite them to stay in your room so that you can connect with them later, tomorrow. And Maggie, I see her put a magenta X, like where that guide of yours is sitting. This is your place. We welcome you forward, is what she's saying. And just continuing to breathe within your heart center. Maggie pops out, her magenta dragon pops out of each of our hearts, out of the hearts of the collective. We thank you, Maggie, Magenta, for your work, for your brief visit today. As she goes back to her realm, her dragon realm, which is beyond our realm, but she's quite close. It's like she's watching. If you feel like you need a little bit of divine love or just more self-love, you can call on Magenta, the highest dragon of the highest light. Thank you, Maggie. And just taking a deep inhalation And exhalation. You can keep your awareness in the heart, or just open your eyes, coming back to our session here. And if anyone wants to share or has questions about who came in or anything about that very, very brief meditation we just did, but I just felt like it was something to open our heart centers because we, like I said, within each chakra, within each energy center, we have so many guides and helpers. Of course, there's always the guardian angel that's always with us, but there's more that we can call in and that come and go according to what goes on in our life. And as we work on ourselves or, release a lot of the past or raise our own vibration, whatever, way is working for us, then more guides can come in who are maybe of a higher frequency, but they couldn't get to us when we were in that lower frequency. So as we raise our vibration, we have access to more of our higher guides too. So yeah, any questions about the meditation? Maybe not. Okay. I am okay. Yeah, I felt like someone's family member came in, Donna. I see that. And sometimes, even if they may not be like an official spirit guide, they're a benevolent ancestor that is taking a keen interest in our life or something we're doing or something your son is doing, I feel, for you specifically, Donna. Yeah, and it may be just now, next year we could do this and she might not come in, even though she's still around, but not so close like right now. Anyone else? Well, no pressure, because I don't want to pressure anyone. I'll answer Maria, your question about Philip. Let me just feel that. But I also don't feel that it's a relationship that, even if you get back together again, it doesn't feel like it's very committed or very permanent. So, perhaps it's like, let him go and just focus on yourself. Try and, heal your wounds from that relationship. It just doesn't feel like it's flowing. So I would step back from Philip. Well, it's unsure because there's free will. Like you ask if he's with you again. Possibly he may reach out again, but it doesn't feel like it would last again. It would be, I see a potential breakup after that. So it's probably best. Again, did I say it before too? Yeah, possibly too. Again, sometimes our soul babies are not always incarnated. So, one might decide to stay just around in the energy field in spirit form. But right now I do see two potentials. Of course, things can change because we have the free will to change things. And other people's choices can change things too. So that helps. Sorry. Because we just have to let those people go. Okay. Yeah. So Maria, that's possibly one of the babies around you. Because, they will choose their mother. And even if the mother decides via abortion or if it's miscarriage is a different thing, but if the mother chooses not to have children or just makes that conscious decision, like, okay, this lifetime I don't want to have it for whatever reason, wrong partner or just circumstances, sometimes that baby soul does stay around as a spirit around the mother. Kind of you can consider him or her as a baby benevolent ancestor. I do see two babies around you. So at least that is what's showing in the path now. But like I said, things can change. I'm just going to take a sip. All right, Karen. Oh, no. How is your neck, Karen? Is your neck stiff? Because the first thing that came to me was your neck, something with the nerves. Is there something? I wouldn't even say it's a chiropractor adjustment. Almost like if you can get a very soothing or intuitive massage therapist to work on the neck. I feel like that's what it's coming from now. It's really interesting because I had that too in the past 2 days. Not with my eyes, but very stiff neck that I could feel nerves affected, like this part of my head. And it was just tension. It was absolute tension. So anyway, yeah, Karen, I think it's your neck. Try and get that relaxed. And I know, I would always say to myself, well, I can do stretching and yoga. Sometimes we just need someone else to like dig those fingers in, or maybe shiatsu, if you have that around. It feels like a muscle manipulation that could help um, with your nerve flare, Karen. And Jessica, ice. Oh, how does heat help with it, Karen? Does heat as well to soften? Also magnesium, um, like magnesium supplements or homeopathic remedies. And castor oil, you can try rubbing castor oil at night and sleeping quite well, so it doesn't make everything oily. Sleeping with that, see how that has in the morning. Because that's what I just feel like a tightness here for you. Jessica, it's a new home, okay. Let me feel, Jessica. Are you still with your little dog? I forgot his name, I'm sorry. Let me see. It feels like you are close to a new home. It's Max, that's right, Max. I feel like you two go to, okay, I got a visual of a tree house, but it may not mean an actual tree house. Sometimes the symbolism is there. So to me, that means you're going to have a little apartment or some kind of place on an upper level, not a skyscraper, but maybe first or second floor, or like second floor of a house, but a house that's among trees. Small, I have to be honest, it does feel a little bit small, but it aligns. Or maybe you are looking for an actual tree house. I don't know, but I do feel like it is close by. You just need a little bit more patience. And I know it's hard to have that patience when we don't, when we're not in ideal situations. But no, it does. Timing is hard. But I would say by January you're in the new house. I know that's still 3 months away, and even that, don't take that as gospel. But it feels in a few months. That's what I'm feeling. Maria, well, I don't know if he'll move on fast, but he will move on. But like I said, I think he'll come back later. But it doesn't feel like it would be long-lasting reuniting. Donna. All right, the hospital. Let me feel. I see the merger, but I don't see you being, dropped or kicked. Maybe your position changes, but I don't think you'll lose the job. At least that's how it's portraying now. It's like I see the two institutions coming together, and then your job is like here, then it kind of moves to this way. It doesn't feel like a bad move. It just feels different. A little bit more work, probably, to be honest. But I don't feel like the merger is 100%. Did you say it was for sure? Maybe. Yeah. I don't think it's close by. Maybe in 6 months, a year. It doesn't feel really super imminent. But yeah, I don't feel a job loss from it, unless you decide to leave. And Jessica, yeah, I know it's hard. It has been. I remember when we spoke months ago. Keep the faith. There is something coming. Um, Small and cute, but it's there. It's in your field for you and Max. Okay. Oh, thank you, Karen. Maria, let me just see. Will you move out? Well, I feel like, do you want to move out from that apartment? Because I feel like there's a lot of action that you can take. So whether it's talking to your mother or taking that action, I don't feel you moving imminently, like it doesn't feel soon. So maybe she's going to delay it. First, where would you go? I think that's what I'm getting from the angels. Like, first decide, why would you move? Where would you go? Like, even if it's another neighborhood or is it another city? Because now it feels unclear if you were to move. So I feel like the angels are saying, okay, first get clear about why you want to move and where. Or if you don't know where, ask for guidance from your angels. Karen, they are. The dragons are coming out more. I mean, they were be there always before. And as you know, Diana Cooper, and there's another lady in the UK who's she calls herself the original dragon lady. So they've always been around, but I feel because the energy's getting more intense, I feel them like, hey, almost like they're like waving their hands or paw. I don't want to say paws because they don't like the word paws. They're waving their hands like, we are here, use us more, because their energy can be really strong to burn away a lot of things, to clear a lot of things, and to give people a lot of courage and confidence. I mean, of course, we have angels of courage and confidence too, as we all know. But why not also call in the dragons, the highest light, fill us with that confidence, so dragon has that character, like, I am strong and you can't mess with me. It's like, bring out your inner dragon. I think everyone knows I have a meditation to meet your personal dragon on my channel. So yeah, so to answer that question, it's a very long way to say yes, they are coming out more now. But people are less, or the collective seems less believing. I don't know, maybe angels are more mainstream. They seem a little less believing, although unicorns are even more unbelievable for a lot of the collective. But it doesn't matter. They're still here for those who do believe to call upon. Oh, thank you, Jessica. Yes, exactly. The dragons, just while we're still in the dragons, when I see your note, Donna, before I get in the car, I always call in the highest angels and highest dragons. Sometimes if I have, maybe there's traffic or there's somebody in my car, usually my mom, who's stressing me out or trying to pull me out of my center, I imagine, or I call in 4 golden dragons, in each corner of the car. My own energy is spread throughout the car, and they're just holding that vibration for me, so I don't get pulled into, traffic annoyance or whatever else, someone is speaking to me. Each time before you get in the car, or like, protect this car all day today, all evening. So yeah, absolutely. And clearing the house, fire dragons, clearing your own energy is great with the fire dragons. Healing as well. Anything. It's like there's angels and dragons on the same frequency. So whatever you resonate with, or call them both. There's and the ones that are available to you, I guess is the best way to put it, will come. Yes, your inner dragon, also known as your personal dragon. Well, Maria, without a picture, Philip, to really go deep into that relationship, I can't answer that so in depth. But it does feel like he's not the only person in your life that can be a father to your children or to, be part of a romantic, loving relationship with you. If you feel like you need to get away, like, and that's the reason to sell the apartment or move, start fresh somewhere else, that I get like 2 thumbs up from, the angels, just to shake up the energy. So if that is a possibility and you can start the process or start to talk to your mom about it, um, I would focus on that. And then when you're just kind of like not focusing on the new man, that's when the one comes in. I know it sounds vague, but that's just how it is sometimes. And yeah, so we're out of time now, but thank you all for joining. I really appreciate it. And I'll try and do more of these more often. And thank you for being part of the meditation as well. I send love to you all and all of your inner dragons, all of your angels, all of your own guardians. They are with you, and they guide you, even if you think, oh, I'm not connecting with, or I'm not communicating with them, or I'm not hearing my higher self, or anything like that. It's they are still around you, and even if the words maybe not coming through, or not the words, but the guidance, it's kind of poking into your subconscious. So, like I always say, spend maybe 10 minutes breathing or sitting or just walking in nature without listening, no distractions. It's the distractions really that can block or make it fuzzy, our guidance. I find when I was learning with one of my teachers, been many over the years, you just sit for 10 minutes breathing, usually with focus. Because if I just breathe, I have like, my grocery list comes through my head and I'm thinking, oh, I should do this. I have to get my car, the oil change. So I put a focus on my heart. You just breathe. And I put a timer on. And then you find as the monkey mind thoughts go away, you start to feel like an energy, a presence, and that is your team. That's like, oh, we're like being drawn closer because there's no distractions of TV or reading or work or other people. Um, so yes, what was my point in that? Yes. So even if you think you're not communicating with your team, you are, and they are always communicating with you. It's just to have that stillness and silence on a kind of regular basis, so you can allow it to come in. Okay, well, thank you. Again, love to you all. And yes, we'll see you next time. Bye for now.